All right, it is Tuesday, May 10th, and we got another video. There's a bunch of stuff finally happening at the house here again. You can kind of see some of it on the front. We got some trim going on the windows. Trim's going on before the siding, and the trim is kind of funny, so I'll talk about this a bit. So the trim that you're seeing right there is actually part of the rain screen, and it's gonna get kind of tweaked. So basically, this is the sill, as you can see, and then this is not the apron. There's gonna be an apron board down below here, but it's kind of an extension of the rain screen. That's this part, this gap that we're creating here for the clapboards to run across. And then this is a nailer for that rain screen as well, because some clapboards coming across are going to terminate right here. As you know, they'll come across here and terminate here. Then we're going to have a special piece of trim going up this side, and that finishes the casing. So basically just between these two lines is where the actual casing ends. And so it ends up being basically 3.5 inches off of the inside here. And it'll run around and get mitered at the top. And so it's a little taller than it's supposed to be. It's a little wider than it's supposed to be. It looks chunky right now, and that's because it is, but you won't see it all when it's done, because those edges get basically become nailers. But the whole downstairs got done today. Tomorrow we're gonna pull out all the trim detail, the original trim detail around the window, the door, so that they can put all the nailers where they need to be around the door and kind of get that prepped. And then they'll do the second floor. And then it'll kind of be pretty much ready for siding, I think. They're prepping. Oh, another big thing is that we finally got out here to look at the basement windows, and now you can see, it's kind of tough to tell because there's a lot of different pieces there, but we got it centered off of each one. They're coming back tomorrow to do the sill and a little filler piece top and bottom. So the sill is going to go across the bottom, and then here and here we'll have kind of filler strips that'll center the basement windows here. Same thing over there. So we finally got them to cut that away. You can see kind of one of the uprights there, another upright there. They got to cut 2 more, and then the sills. We're bringing that back. Should be in the morning. What else? We got some cleanup. I took care of all that concrete that had been, well, I guess I gotta rake it out a little bit better, but then just kind of dumped there. Took care of the piles of brick and everything on this side. Picked up nails, that whole kind of thing, and then the back to the ladder. And tomorrow I'm going to continue back here. I'm going to lay a couple buckets of that stone in front of the stairs there, so we're not tracking sand inside all the time, and probably along the back here so it doesn't splash back up onto the wall. But they are also ready, as soon as they're done the front, to come and start doing the same treatment for the rain screen along the back here and casing out these windows as well. So the siders are back on kind of full-time, or every day, chipping away at things outside. Not sure if we went over this last time, but I'll just reiterate. The door in here has been corrected. It all is functioning properly and opens and closes nicely and all that good stuff. What I've been doing has been mostly in here. So doesn't look a whole lot different in here, but there are about 10 or 12 different low voltage wires that I had to run. Well, I chose to run. So this box has, you can see it better from the side, has Ethernet and coax here. So that'll be for television and data. It might actually, the Ethernet might be running data to the television, depends on how we get it set up. But either way, we'll have both options right here under the TV. The TV is mounting here. Next box is surround sound. So this coax is actually going to get used as a speaker wire to the subwoofer that's going to go in the corner over there. That's the other blue box there. Then all of these wires, there's 5 wires here. These are all speaker wires. They have tape color-coded on the ends. And those colors correspond to the boxes in the corner. That's the yellow one. We got red over there. White, green, I think. Is that green? Yeah, I think so. So we got all those wires run, and it was really something to try to make sure that we were doing our best not to cross too many high voltage lines or you know, standard voltage lines. So this running straight across here was unfortunate. I really thought that they were going to dive down. They had to go straight under down the sill for all the other places, but here they didn't, and then they chose to run it right across, and this is where all my other stuff was happening. So it would have been great if the power here had just gone straight down like it does over here and like it does over there. Anyway, it's what we got. So I just basically, I kept it back off of the wall. Luckily, we have insulation on the outside of this sheathing, so I'm not worried about like screws or anything coming in and hitting this. Everything will get attached here to the studs. All the rain screen and that's actually done on the outside here. So I don't have anything to worry about, and I've got a good buffer. And you see I've pulled it away best I can from it. It's also running perpendicular, which happens to matter. So a high voltage line like this is going to throw a field off, and when you pass signal through, perpendicular, it's only there for a minute, and it's no big deal. It doesn't create much noise in the signal through your speakers or anything. However, if I were to run it along this voltage, right, and run parallel to any of these lines, it would tend to make a lot of noise. So I brought everything up, tucked it under, and ran it. You can see down the sides here, avoiding. I'm about 2 feet away on that direction, 18 inches or so away from that direction, because there are lights through the ceiling as well. So that was one path that I took, and then this other super highway up here and all along here, same deal. I'm well off the lights, and the power is way over here. So it's as good as I could do to get all of the signals back here. For this speaker, also, we ran speakers outside. So long term, we'd like to have a patio back here and a deck behind the kitchen further through that. So there'll be a porch behind there where I'm sure we'll hang out and spend a lot of time. And we wanted speakers out there. I also wanted sound out behind this room because it's going to be a more private kind of patio, is the way we're thinking about it right now. So speakers outside here and here for that patio, and then speakers just to the left of the door here and just to the right of the door on the other side. So they'll be far apart. These two are kind of close to one another, but there was no good way to do that otherwise. So that was what we decided to go with. What else? So all of those come to this blue box. This was all speakers in the room. This is all speakers outside, this is power. Power for the TV and center channel speaker that we probably won't use. It's just as easy sometimes to use the television's internal speaker, or if you know, we have a piece of furniture here, rather than like mounting or hanging. It depends on the setup, but chances are we won't use that. I put it in there just in case we decide we wanted to. Yeah, and then the TV is gonna mount here. These three get covered up. Oh, the orange boxes are a chase, and I'm probably going to end up putting a flexible conduit from top to bottom here to make sure that I've got everything I need for these spaces running top to bottom. So I can run HDMI or optical or whatever other cable connections, so I don't see cables traveling from my equipment to my television. That space in between be nice and clean, and we can put decorations or something on the top of that console. Anyway, that's the deal. Subwoofer and power there. To get power, subwoofer tucked into the corner, probably over here and out of the way, or under the window, either one, if we have a table or something that I can hide it under there. And this room is ready to rock. I will at some point be doing something similar, probably in the space down below us, because the room is essentially the same size, and we're gonna lay it out differently. So television will be kind of toward the front of the house in the basement. If we ever do like a movie room, it'll be oriented toward the front, and we'll have speakers in each corner and a center channel, and maybe some stereo speakers as well in there, because that's going to be our kind of loud room. I will also just quickly run up. I think I had promised in the last video that Liz's office was getting Ethernet and cable here into the box there, and yeah, she's got a double for plenty of power for her office and computer. Another power over here. She's got power all over this room. So office is set. There's nothing on the third floor because wireless exists, and it's a lot of cable, and it's really just not worth it. Probably not going to be able to see anything worthwhile down here, but I will just point out, I wish my phone would turn. There we go. Look at that. Can kind of see in the basement now. So I ran everything, home run everything down here and color coded it. Yellow, I think, is the office. The red here is to the family room, and there'll be a low voltage junction box on the side here, and then the main panel will be over here, and there'll be power here to power the low voltage stuff. Oftentimes the splitters and things need some power, but I took my time. I think I did a pretty good job, you can see. Kind of anal, I know. But you know, you do it once, and then if it looks nice, it'll always look nice. So yeah, the other two places are gonna remain accessible because we'll probably have some low voltage stuff along this wall for video games and stuff for the kids. And then this would be the home theater kind of thing. Big screen here, or maybe even a projector, and surround sound, lots of sound in here. I guess we can take this down sometime soon. We'll have to open space up and clean this room out, and it's kind of sort of done. There are some spaces finally down here that are approaching being done, and that is a good thing. But we are rolling once again. As suspected, I have really decided to take a more hands-on role, and I'm here at the house every day for large chunks of time to ensure work is getting done. And the right work is getting done the first time we do it. So, happy to do that. Happy to make sure that it all is happening. And this is just day 2, and there's been a lot of action on the house. I like that. The roof is still the last piece to the puzzle here, the family room roof. And we got to reimagine that. I'm gonna have to put a call in to another company because the guy who originally installed this roof doesn't feel good about it, didn't charge us, really doesn't want to do it again because doesn't think he can be successful doing it. He's really a metal roofing guy, and he was doing this as a favor, and really it's not his thing. So I want to find a guy who knows how to do it and will do it right the very first time. So that is my that's my intent right now. When we got the right guy up there, we're gonna redo that roof, get it pitching correctly so that they can trim it out just like they're doing here. They'll get all the trim boards are on those windows and all the trim boards up top as well. So it took a while to get a little momentum this spring, but we do indeed have some going. So hopefully these videos will have more to talk about in the next few weeks. Till then, hope everybody's doing well. Take it easy.